Last year, many students differed on their CXC exams as they were afraid of failure due to their level of readiness. This year, Mr. Wilson and his experienced team from tcpacademy.teachable.com is here to help you get exam ready. Subscribe to tcp-academy.teachable.com. We offer courses in CXC Biology, HSB, English Language, and many others. There are several offerings to each course. Enroll in one today. Welcome to CSEC Biology TCP. I am Mr. Wilson from the TCP Academy. And today we are going to be looking at a section of a January 2019 paper. Particularly, we are going to be looking at content around genetics and a little bit on disease. If you've not yet signed up to a class, please be reminded you can sign up with Mr. Wilson. Reach us at 235-0591. The numbers will be in the video as we go along. Remember to opt in on our polls to tell us which question and or paper you'd love us to post next. Today we're going to be looking at question number 4 from the 2019 paper. And this is as a result as what we were told in the polls. Our next question will be around mitosis. So let's look at question number 4, 2019, January. Conrad and his sister April are fraternal twins. State the genotype that determines the gender of Conrad and the gender of April. Now the genotype here for the female is going to be XX, and for the male is going to be XY. Now on the other hand, if we were supposed to be looking at phenotype, the phenotype here, as it were, for Conrad would have been male, and the phenotype here, as it were, for April would have been female. Identify the chromosomes that makes Conrad male and the chromosome that makes April female. Please pay attention to chromosome and not chromosomes. So in order for you to be a male, you must get that X chromosome from dad. Now the female, it is the X's that would determine you being a female. So literally you would have had 2 X chromosomes for a female and an X and a Y for the male. But the determining factor here is going to be whether you inherited the X from dad or whether you inherited the Y from dad. That will determine pretty much your gender. This is a rather interesting question. Figure 3 shows the karyotype of an individual with a genetic disorder that occurs on chromosome 21. Now, once we see chromosome 21 and we're studying, immediately it should pull from memory Down syndrome. Now, it's circled here for us, chromosome 21. So, name the disorder that this individual may have. Of course, it's going to be Down syndrome. State which parents passed on the chromosome that determines sex of the individual. So the parent here is going to be the father who will determine the sex of a child. If he supplies a Y, then it's going to be a boy. And if he supplies an X, then it's going to be a girl. State whether or not this disease can be inherited. Now, I went a little further than answering just the question. So as it were, for the case of Down syndrome that was presented, the answer is no. So it's going to be no for trisomy 21, which was presented. And there's also another type of Down syndrome called mosaic. No for mosaic as well. And then the third type of Down syndrome, however, which is translocation, for that one, it would have been yes. But as it were, on the paper today, the answer is no. This type of Down syndrome cannot be inherited. Now, please be reminded that there are three types of Down syndrome. Usually, translocation will take place on the 14 chromosome, or chromosome number 14, while here trisomy is on chromosome 21. In most cases, at your CSEC level, it is going to be trisomy 21, which takes place on the 21st chromosome. Mosaic is not so much of a popular type of Down syndrome. Define the term degenerative disease. I like to refer to degenerative disease as a type of disease in which the body parts become worn and start to malfunction or become dysfunctional. But the degenerative disease is a disease in which the organ structures worsen, that they are failing to perform over time, and its functionality also reduce. So the organ itself starts to degenerate. Its structural makeup is just deteriorating, and its function is also deteriorating. So if we're supposed to define it, we would look at it as being the structure there being broken and the function. It's not just not doing that properly anymore. Hemophilia and sickle cell anemia are both genetic disorders. State two similarities and two differences between these diseases. Awesome. Two, pay attention. The similarities are they are both recessive traits. They both affect how the blood functions. Differences: sickle cell is not a sex linked disease, while hemophilia it is a sex linked disease. Sickle cell affects the ability of a blood to carry oxygen, while hemophilia affects the ability of a blood to clot. That brings us to the end of our question number 4 of the January 2019 paper. Please be reminded to like, share, and of course, subscribe. Last year, many students differed on their CSEC exams as they were afraid of failure due to their level of readiness. This year, Mr. Wilson and his experienced team from tcpacademy.teachable.com is here to help you get exam ready. Subscribe to tcp-academy.teachable.com. We offer courses in CSEC Biology, HSB, English Language, and many others. There are several offerings to each course. Enroll in one today.